Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday evening's edition of Off the Wall with Cody. I'm your host, Cody Wall. On this Tuesday night edition, we're going to be talking more Western Canada Hockey Exposure Camp with one of the players who's going to be attending the camp from May 6th to 8th. For some of you who don't tune into our network regularly, you may not know, but ASTV has the opportunity to cover the upcoming hockey exposure camp that's going to be taking place in Calgary, Alberta from May 6th to 8th. Beautiful Tuesday. I know it's been a little wet out there. Talking to some people at my other job, talking about how just an increased amount of water in southern Manitoba here from all the snow and rain we've got these past couple days. But more on the hockey exposure camp. The Western Canada Hockey Exposure Camp is a camp that's going to be held, like I said, May 6th to 8th, and it's going to feature 300 players across Western Canada from the birth years 2003 to 2007. It's also going to have many scouts from across all junior ranks in Western Canada. We're going to see a number of scouts, coaches, and general managers from all different leagues like MJHL, AJHL, KIJHL, as well as some WHL scouts. For many of these 2007 born players, this is going to be the last chance that a lot of them get to be seen by or to make a lasting impression on some of these WHL scouts, with the WHL draft coming up on May 19th. I'd like to imagine we may be able to see a couple of players, at this Western Exposure Camp in Calgary, hopefully have their names called on the 19th. Last week, to recap, I had a chance to sit down and talk with James Hooton of the Kelowna Chiefs in the KIJHL and Kaden Wilkins of the Airdrie Stars Hockey-Academy of the Hockey Super League in Alberta and BC. And great to get to know those players, pick their brain a little bit about this upcoming exposure camp, see what kind of excitement level they have. Two players kind of coming from different ends of the spectrum. We got James, who this was his second time coming into the camp. He was, he's an older player. He's, I believe, an 03 born, whereas Kaden Wilkins last week, very young player, probably is going to be his first time seeing some of this junior hockey, as me and Kaden had talked about last week, just kind of, getting their perspectives on this upcoming camp. Both players sat down and talked about how their seasons went and just preparing for the upcoming camp. If you want to hear more about the experiences and stories that we collected from James and Kaden, you can find those in last week's edition of Off the Wall with Cody. My first episode was last week, so a little shaky on that one, so bear with me, everybody who is tuning in. Definitely trying to sharpen my skills out here and trying to make it light. So I appreciate all you guys for bearing with me and for tuning in to see me on ASTV here. Appreciate the opportunity that I've been given. Along with past episodes of Off the Wall with Cody, which so far is only one, you can find other shows on the ASTV network, like on the Ice Show, the AAA Hockey Show, Coffee with Graham, and the Prospect Show, just to name a few. And you'll be able to find those on our YouTube page, ASTV Productions, our Facebook page, ASTV, and our website, amateursports.tv, where you'll be able to find a bunch of our shows under the drop-down sports show on our website. And like I said, you'd be able to talk and see a lot of different perspectives. We have a wide variety of people making shows here on ASTV, from younger guys who are just fresh out of high school, like Graham, to a guy like me, a couple of years out of high school, to guys like Theo and other guys who have been helping out with ASTV here. A wide variety of different opinions you can get. In a little bit coming up here, I got the chance to talk to Kaden Wilkins' teammate, Amjot Dhillon of the Stars Hockey Academy. Amjad is also a 2007 born forward from Calgary. He's going to be attending the hockey exposure camp from May 6th to 8th. And definitely after sitting down, getting to know Amjad a bit, was a very down-to-earth guy, great, very knowledgeable in his hockey, seemed to have a good hockey sense. So really great overall interview, and look forward for all you guys watching at home to get to know one of the players that is going to be featured in this upcoming camp, the Hockey Exposure Camp. Before we send it to our interview with Amjad, we're going to send it to a quick commercial break from some of our sponsors. We're going to give a quick run through of who the show is brought to you by. Show is brought to you by AETi, Caisse Financial Group, Evolve Green, Pilot-Mound Hockey-Academy, and TOVI Hockey. So after a quick message from our sponsors, we'll bring you back for an interview with Amjad Dillon and me.
Welcome to Pilot-Mound Hockey-Academy, your world-class academic and hockey training facility created to maximize each student's athletic and academic potential. Blackjack Stewart Arena, home of the Buffalo, is inside the 46,000 square foot complex, as well as a curling rink and other facilities. The students have a unique combination of successful, well-rounded education at Pilot-Mound Collegiate Institute and the professional hockey training in an encouraging community. The years of experience of on-ice coaching propel our students to the next level, both mentally and physically, in a professional environment.
And welcome on our guest today, Amjad Dillon. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Looking forward to getting to know you a little bit here in our interview. See that you are signed up to go to the Western Canada Hockey Exposure Camps. So exciting to talk to you. And what's your excitement level coming up to the tournament?
I'm very excited. I feel like it's going to be a good way to demonstrate my skills for a lot of scouts and general managers for a lot of teams. So it's a good opportunity to find a team for next year and the upcoming years.
For sure. And lucky for you, looks like the camp is going to be held in your hometown of Calgary, Alberta. Looking at your season this year, you played, you were number 84 for the Stars Hockey Academy in Airdrie. How did your year go there?
My year was pretty good. It started off to a little bit of a rocky start, but then after Christmas, it just took off. Started racking up the points, and our team was just buzzing.
Yeah, I had seen that later on in the year. You definitely looking at the stats game by game on your hockey Hockey Super League website, you can see a bit of a slower start. You definitely took off as the year progressed. I have it here. Your last 10 regular season games, you would manage to put up 14 points. So definitely finding your offensive stride. Actually, second last game looks like you had registered 5 points, 4 of them being goals against Fraser Valley. Just tell us a little bit about how your year progressed, kind of off from that slow start to moving on like a bit of a freight train as the year progressed.
Yeah. I didn't let like any bad games like slow me down. I just kept like building from my mistakes, and as soon as like I didn't really care about my personal achievements. I just wanted the team to do great. So whenever I had a good play, like I looked for like the best play in like the scenario, and that's just I just started racking up the points because I just like loved passing, and that's that's how I got a lot of assists.
Looking at the points, you definitely you found yourself racking them up late. Like you had said, you ended up finishing third on your team in points, just behind player we ended up interviewing last week, Kaden Wilkins. We talked a little bit about you with him, just very little bit in our interview. Tell us how your chemistry with him kind of progressed as the year went on.
As the year went on, we just started building like way more chemistry. Like we knew what each other were gonna do without like communicating too much. So he just knew like what I was gonna do and how to like respond to my play. And soon we just started racking up the points and started taking off.
You guys did, in fact, take off. That would be a good example, because looking at as the year progressed, you guys, both you and Caden, did earn a call up with the AMP Academy, getting 3 games each. You managed to get, I believe I have it here, you've gotten 2 points in your 3 games playing up with them.
Yeah.
How did that feel for you? You know, jumping up a division there, obviously going from the U15 division up to the U17 division. Did you notice a lot of difference in pace jumping up that level?
Yeah, it was like a great experience. The game was like a little bit faster, but after the first game, the nerves kind of settled, and I started like being able to compete with them. So,
did you find the physicality had kind of ramped up as the age group ramped up now?
yup, everyone was just trying to lay someone out whenever they had the puck, every opportunity. So, it was it was a big step up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at your elite prospects, it does have you listed at 6'2". Definitely not a small guy by any means. Is that something you enjoy engaging in when the game does call for it, a little bit of physicality?
Yeah. I feel like my height is a big concept of my game because it helps me like be physical, and I also have a big reach due to my like being 6'1", 6'2", and it just like gives me a very big advantage over like the shorter guys. So
Yeah, definitely doing a little bit of research before our interview here. You being registered at 6'2" for 14 turning 15 year old male definitely is a lot taller than the average of, I believe it was 5'7" for a 14 15-year-old male like yourself. So definitely a bit of a height advantage when you do play.
yeah.
Elite Prospects has you listed as just as a forward, doesn't really have you as a specific center, wing, right wing. What position do you find you prefer?
I prefer being right wing, but I like if the scenario calls for it, I can move up to center as well. So if my team needs me to step up and play center, I could do that too. So yeah.
Looking at your team in penalty minutes, definitely a very disciplined team for it looks like. Does show that your team was the least penalized in the league. Is that something your coaches preached right from the beginning of the year, was to stay disciplined?
Yeah, my all my coaches, they like focused on like only clean hits, no dirty hits, no dirty plays. After the whistle, go to the bench and like don't retaliate or anything. So it was a big focus of our game.
Looking at the penalty minutes, it does show that you were the fourth most penalized player on your team. Definitely not extreme numbers with 30 penalty minutes in 36 games, a little under, you know, a minute a game, which is a penalty once every 2 games there. So definitely not undisciplined in your game. But tell me a little bit more about that.
Sometimes you just gotta stick up for your teammates. So, like some of them when like they get dirt, like they get hit really dirty, and other teams they just think they could bully my like the smaller players on my team. So being a big guy, I just have to step up for them and like show them that they can't just like do whatever they want just because they're a little bigger.
And I'm sure that's something definitely I'm sure a lot of scouts will appreciate in your game, your ability to step up for teammates. That's something that doesn't always necessarily show up on the score sheet, but it is something that a lot of teams uh, do look for when they're looking for prospects and players to join them for the future. Excuse me. Sorry. As you mentioned a little bit earlier, your team did struggle a bit early on, but what was kind of you had said Christmas was a turning point for you guys. What happened at Christmas to really kick you guys into another gear?
No, definitely. Like after Christmas, our coaches just started really like being like detailed about all of our plays. They started setting up like better plays, and like they just started teaching us like better methods of like completing a play, which all it all comes down to like the details of the game. And as soon as we started like doing doing the little things, our game it was just so much better.
And one thing you kind of you do get with these hockey academies is you do get some exceptional coaching, just with it being not little slightly different from Hockey Alberta and out of the umbrella of Hockey Canada, just a different sort of group of coaches that you can pick for. What can you say about the coaches you did have this year?
Our head coach Tyler Waycott, he helped me a lot. Just the way that he coached, like it was like really great for me. Uh, along with my assistant coach Connor Rankin, he's a video analysis for the Calgary Flames. He also helped our team progress a lot. The development was like unreal.
So just good coaching, good video coaching, definitely something you probably don't hear about from a lot of these other players. That's something you guys felt like you really got an edge with being able to have that extra coaching.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Like just just the extra coaching just helped our whole team progress like so much.
And just being able to, you said a video analysis coach, being able to have somebody who goes through your games and is dedicated to finding those snippets to maybe help you. Whereas, back in the day where before they had video, you kind of had to rely on your memory. It's a little bit easier as you've gone up through the ranks. Being able to visually see the mistakes you maybe are making is to make it a little bit easier for you to rectify those mistakes going forward.
Yeah, definitely. Like after like seeing your like mistakes visually, you know how to correct them, and they also helped us understand like how we made the mistake and like how we could like better like fix it. And so that was a big part of like that was a big part of our like team growing and getting really better.
So you had said the team itself got off to a bit of a slow start, and it looked like you had a bit of a slower start to the season. What was there a moment during the season that you just kind of felt a breakout and you knew everything just kind of was going the right way, and maybe the development you put into these past couple of years really started taking uh, prospering the fruits?
Yeah, so like a month before Christmas break, that's when like I really started like seeing development in my game because I just started like gaining more points than I regularly did, and just overall I just saw my game like being better.
Was that from just increased confidence from the coaching staff, or was it something that you had personally been working on at home to uh, you know get more ice time, or what were some of the factors that went into your progression?
Um, so at home I like lift weights, so all my determination that I put into working out and eating healthy, I think it all paid off because that was a big like factor of me getting stronger and being faster and like being more physical.
Yeah, a guy of your size, that's sometimes something that takes a while. You definitely look like you've filled out into your body, looking like you see some guys who hit that growth spurt a little too early, and they look a little too tall for their body. You definitely putting the effort in the gym kind of helps compensate some of that growth that will happen naturally as well.
Yeah.
Looking back at the HSL championship, just another testament to your ability to pick up when the games seem to matter more. In the 3 games documented, it does show that you had 8 points in those 3 games, 2 of them as a goal and 6 assists. So, just tell us a little bit more about this HSL championship. Looking like you guys only got 3 playoff games there, with you guys winning 2 from what I believe.
Yeah. We couldn't go further because the other team just like we didn't control the game for the full 60 minutes. It was either like 40 minutes or like 50, but if we controlled the whole 60, I feel as if we could have went further and eventually won the championship. But it is what it is. We just didn't want to like play the whole 60 minutes, which I think is like the biggest factor that we didn't get to play like all the games and go all the way to the championship.
So just weren't able to put together that full 60-minute effort that you sometimes need.
Yeah. And I think it was also like not everyone on the team was like contributing enough. If everyone put their full 100% in, I feel as if we could have excelled more.
So just a little bit more of an all-around team effort would have been able to help you guys get a little bit further there. But what would you say is your biggest strength in your game? If you had to pick one of the skills that, when these scouts are looking for you out on the ice at the Western Canada Hockey Exposure Camp, what are they going to notice first from you?
I would have to say my playmaking because I I always look at what the best play is before I make a play. So if I'm not always like a shoot first kind of guy. If I see a better play, I like pass it for like the assist. I only shoot if I have 100% confidence that's going in, or if it has a good chance to get a tip or a rebound. So I think my playmaking is a really big factor in my game.
So just being able to kind of read and react to the best available option. It seems like your hockey sense, something that definitely is something the scouts are going to notice out there as well.
Yeah.
What would be one of the things, going after this camp, going forward into now the next season and going forward in your junior career, what are some of the things that you think you're going to need to kind of work on to, get to that next level?
I would have to say if I had if the ability that I had to improve would be my skating, because I'm not slow, but compared to the fast, the smaller guys who are like really fast, I like I have like sorry. Um
You got good foot speed, but just something that always can use a little touching up usually for, if you're able to get to the puck quicker, always able to have that extra second to make a play. And especially with your hockey sense, I'm sure if you do get a little bit more speed in your game, it'll only help your overall game.
Yeah, it would help me get to puck. It will help me get the puck in like the corner, so it'll help me win puck battles, and it be able to beat the defender going on a rush. So yeah.
We're going to bring it back a little bit to your beginning of your hockey days. Who was inspirational in getting you started in the game of hockey?
I would have to say my parents, because my ethnicity, like the people of my ethnicity and religion, they aren't they're not like too many that play hockey. It's mostly just like other sports like soccer and basketball. And so they wanted me to be different, and they wanted me to stand out in my religion. So they put a lot of time, because hockey is a very time consuming sport. So they put a lot of their time and efforts just to get me to and from the rink. So well, I would have to say my parents.
Yeah, your parents definitely, in most young athletes' lives, are inspirational in getting them into the next level. But if we're looking at any modern day player here that you'd say you best resemble, who would you say your game kind of best resembles?
I would have to say Matthew to Chuck, because he's not scared to go at it with someone or stand up for his teammate, but he's also a good passer and playmaker and shooter. So I would have to say him.
That's definitely a good answer in my book. I love Matthew Kachuk. I love the way he's able to play his. He brings a lot of intangibles to the game that you don't necessarily always see. So for a player like you, or somebody like you who really tries to model your game around a guy like that who has all the different tools to make a good hockey player, that's definitely a good role model and a good player to base your style around.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for coming on with me today, Amjot.
I want to thank you for
And
inviting me.
yeah, no problem. I look forward to, hopefully we get a chance to talk more in Calgary in about a week and a half here. So hopefully we do get a chance to talk a bit more once the play is under wraps, and we can maybe see how the first couple games have gone for you in your first crack at the Western Canada exposure camp.
Yep, definitely. I hope to see you there, and hope to get a chance to talk to you.
All right, thanks for coming on today. And like I said, be looking forward to seeing more from you as the future comes.
Okay, thank you.
And that was my interview with Amjad Dillon. Definitely a good guy. Great insight to, talk a little bit with him. This is still fairly new for me. So I wish, after talking to him, wish I would have been able to expand a little bit more about the fact that, there isn't a lot of people of his ethnicity that do play the game of hockey. So definitely him being able to contribute offensively and starting to make a bit of a name for himself definitely is something I wish I would have been able to expand a little bit more on, get to know him a little bit more, but just all around was a great time talking to him. We're going to send it to another commercial break here, and we'll come back and wrap up, give a quick summary and wrap up the rest of our show here.
Why go solar? Solar is better than ever. Our revolutionary design and inverter equipment with the latest in solar panel technology for the ultimate in-home and business security. That's right, I said security. Grid security and security of your home are linked. Fortify your future today with a battery backup system. No maintenance, quiet running. Did you know in Manitoba, grid-connected, off-grid, and battery backup systems are 100% right off in the year you purchase for any company or farm? Do you want to back up your internet, keep your tills running, and the lights on? We can install a system that is right for you with battery backup fully capable of taking on all those essential loads and keeping you running. When you call our experts at Evolve Green, ask about getting your free energy audit today. Call or email today to find out what system works best for you. 1-866-5EVOLVE or support@evolvegreen.ca. Also, be sure to check out our website at www.evolvegreen.ca.
And welcome back, everybody. Back for our final portion of the show here. Like I said, great interview with Amjad there, but looking forward, going forward, one of the players that I'm going to have coming up, I've been in contact with, hopefully for next week, we're going to get a chance to talk to Grayson Hanley of the Martinsville Martyrs in the Saskatchewan AA U18 Hockey League. Just a bit of a preview of him. He's a 5'9" defenseman from Saskatchewan, currently playing for Martinsville Martyrs in the SAAHL. And going to be interesting to get to talk to him. Looking at his stats, was a bit of a shortened year for him. I'd like to get to know a little bit about what may have happened in his season and what he's going to be working on going into this hockey exposure camp that we're now getting into about just over a week away, and I'm for sure getting excited to make my way down to Calgary and get to know some of these players. I know been trying to get to know some of them from interviews and such, but gonna be good to get there in person and watch how some of these players match up against each other, because for a lot of them, this is going to be the first time that they'll play against each other. Going to be a big tournament over a wide age gap from 2003 to 2007, as well as all over Western Canada. So you've got a wide variety of players coming in with a wide net out of Western Canada there. So it definitely is going to be exciting to see that next level of junior hockey coming up. Just bringing it back a little bit, from my interview with Amjad, really a good down-to-earth player. And it kind of reminded me of something I had seen on scrolling through social media earlier this morning. It was just watching and, listening to experts, hockey experts, just stressing the importance of, a good down-to-earth character, just how that down-to-earth and on ice, attitude and can carry over into a lot of off-ice things. So that's one thing, definitely doing these interviews. It's good to know a bit of the character of some of these kids that are coming up in the sports world. And so far been nice to see that they've all had that good character, and going to be exciting to watch them coming forward at the Western Hockey Exposure Camp in Calgary, Alberta from May 6th to 8th. Wrapping up here, we're gonna have to go ahead and thank our sponsors again. And I thank all you guys out there for tuning in today for another episode of Off the Wall with Cody. But today's show was brought to you by AETi, Caisse Financial Group, Evolve Green, Pilot-Mound Hockey-Academy, and TOVI Hockey. And you can go ahead and follow us on all our social media platforms. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. There's our website I had mentioned earlier, amateursports.tv. And just want to thank you all, the viewer, for tuning in and watching me and bearing with me. I know I've been new to this, so definitely a lot of learning curve, but I want to thank you all for tuning in, and I hope to see you again next week when we talk some more Western Canada Hockey Exposure Camp. But till then, thank you and have a good night.
Welcome to Pilot-Mound Hockey-Academy, your world-class academic and hockey training facility created to maximize each student's athletic and academic potential. Blackjack Stewart Arena, home of the Buffalo, is inside the 46,000 square foot complex, as well as a curling rink and other facilities. The students have a unique combination of successful, well-rounded education at Pilot-Mound Collegiate Institute and the professional hockey training in an encouraging community. The years of experience of on-ice coaching propel our students to the next level, both mentally and physically, in a professional environment.
Why go solar? Solar is better than ever. Our revolutionary design and inverter equipment with the latest in solar panel technology for the ultimate in-home and business security. That's right, I said security. Grid security and security of your home are linked. Fortify your future today with a battery backup system. No maintenance, quiet running. Did you know in Manitoba, grid-connected, off-grid, and battery backup systems are 100% right off in the year you purchase for any company or farm? Do you want to back up your internet, keep your tills running, and the lights on? We can install a system that is right for you with battery backup fully capable of taking on all those essential loads and keeping you running. When you call our experts at Evolve Green, ask about getting your free energy audit today. Call or email today to find out what system works best for you. 1-866-5EVOLVE or support@evolvegreen.ca. Also, be sure to check out our website at www.evolvegreen.ca.